Hey ladies, welcome back to my home for our week 2 in our study on friendship. My name is Michelle Aranza. If you're joining us and you're hopping on for the first time, I encourage you to listen to last week's segment because our heart is that no girl would be left behind. There's so many important principles in this study that I want y'all to get. Thank you also for all the encouragement, for the texts, for the questions, the thoughts. I want you to know that I am listening. One of the consistent thoughts that kept coming across was, why are our friendships so complicated and so messy? And I'm sitting in my garden and I thought to myself, news flash. Every single relationship in our life goes through seasons of complicated messiness. Ladies, I don't care if it's in our marriages, with our children, with our coworkers. It's just like this human thing. So I encourage you, let's quit wishing away and start diving in and enjoying those special gifts called friendships. Week 1, we unearthed 3 purposes of friendship in Ecclesiastes 1:18 and 19. And it was that they are for our profit, they are for our protection, and they are for our pleasure. And I just wrote, ladies, we can study this topic all day long, but until we put action and effort combined with our desire, we're gonna end up with just a pipe dream. And I wanna reference Proverbs 18:24 today twice because there's 2 important principles I wanna pull out. Right now, one of them reminds us that let her who wants friends, that speaks to our desire because we all want friends. Make herself friendly. That speaks to the action and the effort that we have to put in to those in order to cultivate a friendship. Let her who wants friends make herself friendly. It's not as easy as it sounds, right? I know this to be true because sometimes we find ourselves stuck in complicated situations for lack of clarity in our friendships. And I've done this. It's like we take all of our friends who we love so much, we throw them in one big pot and we just hope it all turns out all right. Not so. And I love what Pastor Jacob always says, what Jesus modeled, Jesus meant. And Jesus modeled friendship for us very well. He patterned, what does it look like to have a set of 3 friends? What does it look like to walk with a set of 12 friends? What does it look like to engage with a larger community of 70 friends? But I'm reminded when Dr. Darius says that every single person has equal value in the eyes of God. But not every single person has equal value to my life. And ladies, not every single person has equal value to your life. And that thought of tier friendships brings clarity in my life. Clarity creates movement. And just not all people are have equal value to my life. Not all my friends are the same level of friendship in my life. What Jesus modeled, Jesus meant. As I was just thinking about y'all and praying over this study, and I was once again, like I am most days, in my garden, the thought came to me, I can plant the same exact seeds, 3 seeds in 3 different locations in my well-manicured garden. And inevitably, I'm gonna get 3 different results from all of them. Some of those seeds are going to thrive, some of those seeds survive, and then there are some of those seeds that don't make it. They literally just die. And though I am watering the same, fertilizing the same, tending the same, I don't get the same results because it matters the soil that the seed is planted in. And I just wrote this for y'all. I wrote, some of our friendships are very much the same as those seeds. They need the right soil to thrive. Because ladies, although our intentions might be well-meaning, there happens to be more than one person in the equation called friendship. Divine friendships are filled with purpose. And we spoke about this last week. What does it mean to have a divine friend? It becomes a stewardship issue. It's a gift from God, and we want to treat it as such and enjoy it as such. Divine friendships, I wrote this for you, are friendships given to help us stand firm on God's promises as together we fulfill His purposes. But I also wrote, distracted friendships are not. Distracted friendships are a distraction, and what they actually end up doing is keep us from fulfilling the purposes of God in our life. So this week, I challenge you. This week of quarantine, we're home on lockdown. Take some inventory of your friendships. Be honest. Be brutally honest and just assess your friendships. Some established friendships might need a little more TLC. You might have neglected some of them. Some new friendships might need some cultivating. And ladies, as painful as it is, there may be some friendships that need to be pruned from your life. Whether your friendships are thriving, surviving, or dying is between you and Jesus. And that's a stewardship issue before God. And I wrote this, and I want to reference Proverbs 18:24 again. I take great comfort in knowing, this is what the passage says, that He is the friend who never leaves us alone. Ladies, He is the friend that never leaves them alone. I take great comfort in knowing that each person in this equation does have equal value in the eyes of God, and God cares for them very well. So in closing, I encourage each one of you to ponder these truths as you go about this week. Because one thing I trust is that every woman in the sound of my voice has this same desire. We all want to get this friendship thing right. So ladies, enjoy your week. Take some inventory. I'll see you next week for segment 3. But last and not least, I want to encourage you. As you assess these friendships, remember, we were made to love well. Love well this week, friends.